There are roads in America that don't cause accidents. They don't collapse, they don't break apart, they simply watch you. Clinton Road is one of them. For more than 100 years, people have reported things here that police still can't explain. Drivers see figures standing on the road, pedestrians who follow cars for miles, and people who stop here sometimes never make it home. This is not a legend. These are documented eyewitness accounts from one of the most haunted roads in the United States. And once you hear what happens here after dark, you'll understand why locals refuse to drive it alone. Clinton Road is a 10-mile stretch located in West Milford, New Jersey. On a map, it looks harmless. No sharp turns, no dangerous cliffs, no reason for fear. But once you drive it, you notice something immediately. There are no streetlights. Dense forest surrounds both sides. Cell signals fade. Radio stations turn to static. And at night, the darkness feels unnaturally heavy. Locals don't call it Clinton Road. They call it Dead Man's Curve. Its reputation was built slowly over decades of unexplained deaths. In the early 1900s, multiple fatal car crashes were reported here. But the strange part wasn't the crashes, it was what witnesses described before them. Drivers said, "The road looked longer than usual. I saw someone standing ahead, then nothing. My headlights dimmed for no reason." Police reports listed them as accidents, but locals noticed a pattern. The crashes always happened on clear nights, on empty roads, with no skid marks. Its reputation was built slowly, over decades of unexplained deaths. In the early 1900s, multiple fatal car crashes were reported here. But the strange part wasn't the crashes. It was what witnesses described before them. Drivers said, "The road looked longer than usual. I saw someone standing ahead, then nothing. My headlights dimmed for no reason." Police reports listed them as accidents, but locals noticed a pattern. The crashes always happened on clear nights, on empty roads, with no skid marks. About halfway down Clinton Road, there's a small old bridge. It doesn't look special, but this bridge is responsible for one of the road's most disturbing legends. People say if you stop your car here and throw a coin into the water below, the coin will be thrown back. Some say it's a child's spirit, others say it's something else. Police officially deny this story, but dozens of drivers claim they've seen coins land back on the bridge seconds after throwing them. And sometimes they hear footsteps behind them. One of the most common sightings on Clinton Road is something witnesses call the Watchers. Tall, human-shaped shadows standing just beyond the headlights. They don't move, they don't run, they just wait. Drivers report slowing down, trying to understand what they're seeing, and when they look again, the shadows are closer. No face, no features, just the shape of a person that shouldn't be there. This is where Clinton Road becomes truly terrifying. Multiple drivers have reported seeing pedestrians walking alone at night. No flashlight, no phone, no visible destination. They walk slowly, always in the same direction as the car. Some drivers pass them. Minutes later, they see the same person again. Same clothes, same posture, as if the road itself has folded in on itself. And then the pedestrians disappear. West Milford police officers rarely talk about Clinton Road publicly, but retired officers have admitted off the record They received calls about people standing in the road who vanished when patrol cars arrived. They found abandoned vehicles, engines still warm, doors open, no signs of struggle. Cases were marked as walkaways, but locals know better. People don't just walk away into those woods. Before we continue, let me ask you something. If you saw someone walking alone on a dark road at 2 a.m., would you stop or would you keep driving? Comment "stop" or "drive" below. Your answer matters for what comes next. The forest surrounding Clinton Road is thick and unforgiving. Search teams have gone in looking for missing people and come out empty-handed. No footprints, no clothing, no trail. Just silence. Some hikers say they hear their names being called. Others say the woods feel like they're closing in, as if something doesn't want you there. Skeptics say fatigue, darkness, fear amplification, but these explanations fail one test. Why do multiple people describe the same figures, same locations, same behaviors decades apart? Fear doesn't coordinate like that. Most will change the subject. Others will simply say, "Don't stop there." Some refuse to drive it at night at all, not because they believe every story, but because too many stories match. If you're still watching, you're ready for the part most documentaries avoid. You heard about the shadows, the pedestrians, and the bridge that throws coins back. But Clinton Road's true horror is not what people see. It's what never comes back. Over the decades, Clinton Road has been linked to multiple missing persons cases. Most of them share the same pattern. Last seen driving alone, late night or early morning, no history of mental illness, no goodbye messages, no financial motive to disappear. Their cars were sometimes found, they were not. Police files list them as voluntary disappearance or unconfirmed walkaway. But families disagree, because nothing about these cases suggests someone wanted to leave. Several abandoned vehicles have been recovered from Clinton Road and nearby backroads. What makes them disturbing is not the damage, it's the details. Doors left open, keys still in ignition, phones left behind, wallets untouched. In real disappearances, people take something with them. Here, they take nothing, almost as if they stepped out for just a second and never returned. One of the most repeated stories comes from drivers who say they were followed, not by cars, by people. Witnesses describe pedestrians walking at the same pace as their vehicle. No matter how fast or slow they drove, the figure remained visible in mirrors or peripheral vision. Some drivers accelerated, others turned around, and when they did, there was no one there. But the feeling of being watched didn't stop. Skeptics argue this could be stress, fatigue, pareidolia. But here's the problem. These reports come from different decades, different age groups, different backgrounds, yet they describe the same road sections, the same silhouettes, the same behavior. That's not random fear, that's a pattern. Section 14. What police won't say on record. Officially, West Milford Police deny any supernatural activity, but retired officers have said, off the record, Clinton Road calls were different. Officers would arrive to reports of a man standing in the road, only to find no footprints, no heat signatures, no evidence anyone was ever there. Some officers requested not to be assigned night patrols on Clinton Road at all. That's not superstition, that's experience. One of the darkest theories connected to Clinton Road involves rumored KKK activity. For years, people claimed the area was used for secret meetings. Some believe victims were chased, forced off the road, or taken into the woods. There is no official proof, but there are documented cases of extremist groups operating in nearby regions during the mid-1900s, and fear has a long memory. Even if the groups are gone, the stories remain. Search and rescue teams have combed the forest multiple times. Dogs lose scent trails abruptly. Compasses malfunction, radios crackle with static. Veteran searchers say it feels like the forest resets itself. Paths look different on the way back, and silence here isn't peaceful, it's watchful. Some drivers claim something else entirely: time loss. They enter Clinton Road for what should be a 10-minute drive and exit over an hour later. No stops, no detours. Clocks disagree with GPS logs. Phones show gaps in location history, as if time itself moves differently here. Section 18. The road as a trigger. Psychologists have studied places where fear seems amplified. Long, dark roads with limited reference points can cause disorientation, but that still doesn't explain identical sightings, repeating figures, physical evidence. Fear explains feelings, not consistency. CTA 2. Comment engagement mid. Let me ask you again, and be honest. If multiple people over decades describe the same thing, at what point does it stop being imagination? Below, comment real or explainable and tell us why. Clinton Road isn't famous because of one event. It's famous because nothing ever truly ends here. No closure, no answers, no final explanation, just stories that refuse to die, and roads that remember. In Part 3, we'll talk about the most disturbing idea of all. What if Clinton Road isn't haunted? What if it's a test, a place that reacts to who you are and how long you stay? Subscribe now because the ending is not comforting.